Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Umineko When They Cry, episode 2. So last time, Rosa, Genji, Butler, right? They saw the bodies of Kumasawa, Goda, Nanjo, Shannon, and George. Pretty much all of them. Butler confirmed that, yeah, every Twilight has, 1 to 8 was done, right? And then we have the 9th Twilight left, the Resurrection. Beatrice reviving, I mean. But yeah, we also had a scene with Rosa and Butler. And then Rosa suspecting Butler now because there was another letter that Butler found, right? So yeah, they were fighting there. Butler didn't want to. But you know how Rosa is, right? And then I think the best scene that we got last time was with Kinzo, right? Him saying sorry, he was mistaken, all that stuff, right? New stuff, basically, right? New information that we got there from Kinzo. So that scene with him at the end was pretty good, right? Because, yeah, we learned some stuff, right? So let's continue and let's see what happens. It's 11:30 p.m. already, right? In Umineko time. So I guess we were very close to finishing the game. So Butler's figure was in the dining hall. He didn't feel like going back to the guest house in the middle of all this rain, and wandered half-heartedly around the mansion in search of or for any place where he could sit before setting up camp in the dining hall. He didn't even lock the door. He thought the shapeless murderer, or maybe the Golden Witch, might come to kill him now that he was isolated. But he no longer had any desire to resist. He didn't even feel like using a locked door to hold off the culprit. He wanted that person to come at him openly from the front. If it was the killer, he wanted to ask him about some of those wonderful closed room tricks as a parting gift. If it was the witch, he hoped she'd at least take his life with some spectacular magic. However, ironically, neither of these two came to meet him. Butler opened the liquor cabinet on his own and enjoyed the liquor to his heart's content. No longer was there anyone to scold him for drinking alcohol. He boldly rested his legs on the extravagant tablecloth and savored the high-quality liquor, which probably had a mind-boggling price, drinking it down straight from the bottle. Then someone knocked. Butler realized that someone had finally come to greet him.
Oh, 鍵なんかかかってねえぜ。誰でも入ってきてくれ。そして自己紹介を頼むぜ。人間なら名前を名乗ってくれ。ベアトリーチェだってんなら3サイズを教えてくれ。俺はこう見えてもちょいと知られたおっぱいソムリエなんだぜ。
源氏でございます、バトラ様。
源氏さんか。悪いがあんたのバストのサイズに興味はねえな。入ってくれよ。空いてるぜ。
失礼いたします。
So is Genji-san a criminal after all, or maybe an accomplice? That theory would probably explain most of the tricks.
あんたが俺に引導を渡しに来たのかい？
そのようなことはございません。お邪魔なようでしたら失礼いたします。
おいおい、要件も伝えず失礼しますじゃかえって気持ち悪いぜ。何の用だよ。
But yeah, remember last time, or last episode, I mean, or not last episode, last time, I mean, Kinzo said that maybe the, what do you call it, ritual, or whatever it said, the ritual ceremony of that person. He said that person, right? Yeah, he said that. So who is it, right? Who is it? Who did all of this? He said that person. He did not say Beatrice, right? He said that person. Okay. I'm not doubting Genji here, but what I'm saying is, yeah, we also had that information that Kinzo said last time. He said that person, so maybe one of the family members really did it, right? One of them started this thing.
最後くらい好きにさせてくれ。
バトラー様は死せる最後のわずかな時間をそのように怠惰に過ごされることをお望みですか？
Those words pierced me. That wasn't true.
今さら何ができるってんだ。俺はいつだって死ぬ準備はできてるぜ。
親方様と同じですな。本当にあなたは親方様の血を色濃く受け継がれている。
あの豪傑なじい様が実はいつ死んでもいいと思ってたってのか？それは初耳だぜ。
親方様の人生はいくつかの悲しい出来事の末、すべて贖罪のためのものとなり果てたのです。
あんたは何を知っているんだ？
ベアトリーチェ様の儀式も第8の晩までをすべて終えました。もうすべてをお話ししてもよいかと思います。
なんだって？
What? Beatrice's ceremony was completed when the 8th twilight ended. I believe I can tell you everything now. Okay. My drunkenness was completely blown away. Same. I lowered my feet from the table and listened carefully to hear what Genji would say next.
バトラ様、親方様の書斎へご案内申し上げます。親方様たちに直接お話を聞かれるのがよろしいでしょう。
Oh, we're gonna finally see a conversation between, I guess, another member of the Oshinomiya with Kinzo.
じい様たち。おい、それは一体どういう？
Yeah, it's always has been the servants or Natsuhi, right? But other family members never had had direct contact, I guess, with Kinzo.
さあ、こちらへ。
Is this real though?
ご案内申し上げます。バトラ様。
After Genji-san told me to follow him, he started to walk down the corridor. I threw my drunkenness off completely and went after him. We climbed a big staircase towards the 3rd floor. Genji-san stopped walking halfway. He then turned back and spoke.
バトラ様。これよりバトラ様は理解できぬものを見るでしょう。
脅すなよ。理解できねえもんなら今日嫌になるほど見てるぜ。
見えるものを見えるがままに、聞こえるものを聞こえるがままに受け入れてください。なぜも何も何も必要はありません。バトラ様はただ真実を知ることになるでしょう。それをお認めになるかお信じになるか、あるいは否定されるかも、すべてバトラ様にお任せいたします。
Genji-san checked one last time to see whether I was prepared to know the truth. The 8th twilight had already ended, and on the 9th twilight the witch would revive and nobody would be left alive. It meant that Beatrice had already been revived, and it probably also meant that none of us would be allowed to return alive. If I was going to lose my life, anyway, I wanted to know the truth in the end. It didn't matter how hard it might be to accept. Let's go!
鬼が出ようと魔女が出ようと
本当にあなたは親方様の若き頃にそっくりだ。バトラ様、どうかご勉学にお励みを。あなたは将来必ずや大きな志を持たれるでしょう。そしてその時、足りぬ学力に一生後悔されることがありませんよ。
勉学に勤しめる機会がもらえるならぜひな。
Genji's silence felt like it was further confirming a certain resigned feeling I had. Okay. Come on. Give us something here. And then the door to grandfather's study, surrounded by a sweet smell, came into sight. Genji-san took a gold key with an elegant design out of his pocket. The master keys had been confiscated by Aunt Rosa, but he kept the key to the study alone on his person. Okay, so he has one key, I guess, for this one. He put it into the keyhole and it made a heavy clunking sound.
親方様、源氏です。バトラ様をお連れいたしました。
There was no reply, but it seemed that the permission to go inside had been given.
さあ、バトラ様、どうぞ。
ああ、入るぜ。
I readied myself and threw the door open. What do we have? What do we have? Beatrice. At the moment, I got slightly disoriented by the dazzling golden glow. But I guess his butler hasn't seen Beatrice yet, right? Yeah, this one. He hasn't seen. George first saw Beatrice in the chapel, right? But this butler hasn't seen her yet. It was undeniably or believably a swarm of butterflies that shone gold. The gold butterflies that completely filled the inside of the study poured out all at once.
なんだこりゃ。
It was almost like a golden leaf confetti. The interior of grandfather's study was filled with a golden glow. And on a sofa like a reception chair in front of the study desk, I could see grandfather's back. There was someone on the side of the opposite from grandfather. It was in a shadow, so I couldn't see it well.
親方様、バトラ様をお連れしました。
バトラか。今思考が忙しい。しばし沈黙せよ。
Kinzo declared that unhappily, his back still turned. It seemed he was enjoying a chess game with a visitor. Apparently the opponent had counterattacked with a superb move. Kinzo seemed to be enjoying himself as though thought deeply, while occasionally laughing and groaning.
30年考えた。この一手をどう切り返すか。30年考えたぞ。楽しめ。30年を寝かせた我が一手を楽しめ。
まことにこの一手は味わい深き熟成された一手よ。楽しい楽しい。かなわぬかなわぬ。
これは何だってんだ。
来たかバトラ。しばらく待て。金蔵のために沈黙を。 まだリザインは早いぞ金蔵。わらわならもう数手は切り返せる。
It should have been my first meeting with that witch. However, I knew this witch. Even though it was a first meeting, I knew her from the portrait.
源氏、バトラのために飲み物を振る舞え。この男によりふさわしきやつは何か？
若き日より親方様が愛されているいつものあれを。
それがよいぞ。振る舞ってやれ。よくぞ来たな、後宮バトラ。まずは座れ。そなたはわらわの名を何度も呼んだな。それに免じわらわとの面会を許した。そしてお前はわらわに何を聞く？何を尋ねるのか。黄金鏡の扉はもうじき開かれる。魔女たちを迎え入れてのわらわの復活を祝う宴はもうじきだぞ。それまでの間、お前の問いにいくらでも答えてやろう。
聞きてえことは山ほどある。この島で何が起こった？そしてどうしてこんな事件が起こった？密室についても聞きたい。礼拝堂は？ジェシカの部屋は？シオニ室は？夏代おばさんの部屋は？そして客間は？聞きたいことはまだまだある。魔女の正体は？本当にベアトリーチは魔女なのか？何が目的だ？俺たちに何をさせたい？俺をなぜここへ呼んだんだ？
That's a lot of questions, sir.
答えろ全てだ。
But I want to know as well, of course. Yeah, I want to know everything.
やかましい。問えば答えは変えるのか？
そういうな金蔵。もろく儚い雲の巣もヘロデの王から守ってくれることもある。この世に無駄なものなどないように、無駄な質問もまたない。
There are also no useless questions.
よいよい、すべての質問に答えようぞ。ただし条件が一つだけある。
なんだ？
すべてを聞き、わらわの存在に納得できたなら、ひざまずき、わらわの靴にキスをせよ。お前を屈服させたくて、わらわはここへ呼びつけたのだから。わらわと金蔵は賭けをした。金蔵が次の手をひらめくのと、わらわがそなたを屈服させるのと、どちらが早いかだ。
We bet on which would come first, okay? Kinzo thinking of a new move or making you surrender.
負ける気はせぬぞ。
でけえ口を叩きやがって。
But yeah, Butler was basically surrendering, right? Even last time, right? When he was fighting with Aunt Rosa or were arguing with her, I mean. It was like, Beatrice, please, show yourself, right?
ああ、いいぜ。俺を納得させてみろよ。お前が間違いなく魔女様で、不思議で素敵な大魔法を使えるってことを納得させてみろよ。屈服したなら、キスでも何でもくれてやる。
Damn, look at this face. The witch cackled gloatingly, then she glared at him unpleasantly with eyes that said a man can go back on his word.
よくぞ言った。さて、どの問いから答えようか。すべて答えるぞ。さあ、まずは何からだ。
Okay, what happened? What? Dude, what happened? Why is it ending? What? And the witch began to tell of everything. Dude, it ended like that. She started providing answers to all Butler's questions. Everyone made logical sense. Everyone's satisfied, and Butler was forced to admit witches did exist. So basically, they're not showing us the answers. The rest of the story need not to be told. After toppling the king and resigning, all that remains is to reflect upon one's move and set the pieces up once more. So basically, they skipped it. They didn't even tell us anything. My god, are you serious right now? I mean, it's expected. Yes, this is question arcs, of course. But yeah, I want to know. What I did? It's been 20 minutes. We already finished the game. Kraus, Natsuhi, Ava, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, Kyrie. And what happened with Rosa, by the way? And Maria. It just ends like that. Jessica, Canon, Stake of Asmodeus, Stake of Satan. Shannon, Stake of Mammon, Beelzebub, Lucifer. Okay. Revived in the night twilight, she will finally open the door to the Golden Land. Kinzo missing on the 10th twilight, accepted the witch. Rosa, she denied the existence of the witch. Maria accepted. Genji accepted. Butler missing on the 10th twilight. Will he accept the witch and be invited to the Golden Land? The witch shall praise the wise and grant 4 treasures in the Golden Land. For Kinzo, his lost loved one. For Maria, the lost love of her mom. For Genji, a peaceful sleep. Rest in peace. May your slumber never be disturbed again. The winner is the Golden Witch again. Since of the 18, none solved the riddle again. All 18 died. When the seagulls cried, and none were left alive. We lost. Dude, what happened? They didn't even show any or scenes with like even Rosa anymore. It just ends like that. Like she was arguing with Butler and then it ends. What? Alright, so what do we have? What do we have? Umineko no Naku Koroni. Wait, it's not 12 though. It is not over. Oh, that was a bait. Or they're just gonna show us what happened, I guess, right? Rosa finally arrived at the chapel. She pointed her gun around at her, screaming the witch's name, but there was no way she would receive an answer. After grimacing slightly, she noisily approached the table where her siblings' corpses still lay exposed, and stretched out her arm towards a gold ingot. It was very heavy, but Rosa didn't mind. She wrapped that one up in a blanket and threw it over her shoulder. Why is she taking it now? At least just this one, okay. Wasn't there, how many was it, 2 or 3 gold bars? Dude, still thinking about money? Without letting go of her gun, Rosa picked up the gold as well. Her shoulders were screaming, but Rosa didn't mind.
その笑いをやめなさい。私が笑いたいくらいよ。そうね、あれは間違いなく魔女だったわ。間違いなく魔女だった。私は分かってなかった。魔女を名乗る人間だと信じてた。違う、あれは本当に魔女だった。私はあんなのにごまかされないわよ。いるんでしょ。出てきなさい。姿を現しなさい。ベアトリーチェ。
だからもうすぐ現れるよ。黄金鏡の扉が開かれるよ。
そうだ。
Alright, we're back.
それでよかったのだ。構わぬ。ルークを捨てるぞ。持てるもの全てを失う覚悟がなければ至ることもできぬキングがお前という女なのだ。追い詰めるぞ、ベアトリーチェ。
せめてクイーンと言え。ほう、なかなかに妙手。諦めの悪さがそなたの。いや、後ろ宮の地か。
心地よし。実に優雅な夜だ。うわ
親方様、ベアトリーチェ様、そろそろ宴の時間でございます。
もうか。早い。お前と過ごす夜はいつも早く。月がリンゴのように落ち、川面より跳ねる小魚のように日が昇るのだ。
行こうではないか。時間だ。立て、バトラ。わらわの復活を祝う宴の始まりだ。わらわの新しい家具、いや、玩具として紹介しようぞ。お歴々の魔女たちに。
The witch was relaxing elegantly, her feet thrown out from the sofa and resting on the top of a footrest. However, the footrest wasn't a part of the sofa, but a human. A human down on all fours.
ベアトリーチェ様、お召し替えのドレスでございます。
主賓はお前だが、ホストは私だ。私は先に出ていよう。着付けの手伝いにシャノンでもおればよかったが、あいにく残れなかったようだな。使いたい時にいつもおらぬ。つくづく使えんやつよ。しかしお前はよく残ってくれた。嬉しいぞ、我が友よ。
ありがたいお言葉です。
よい、二人とも先に下で待て。源氏、ご苦労。そのドレスはそこへ置いていけ。
かしこまりました。それでは親方様。
我らは先に行こう。ベアトリーチェ、後ほどな。
Kinzo and Genji left the study. Kinzo finally left. After that, the witch in the dress and the furniture remained.
なぜわらわがそなたに肌を見せることを恥じぬかわかるか？そなたは家具だからだ。
Damn, Butler.
家具。
He's reduced to this now.
わかるか？家具だよ、家具。
It was, yeah, an utter defeat. Butler lost big time.
家具に体をさらして恥じる者がどこにいよう。だからお前にわらわは恥じる必要がない。
The witch rose and her jacket slipped off just from her shoulder. After that, the jacket fell to the ground with a thump. When the furniture respectfully approached to pick up those clothes, the witch gave it a small kick and it fell over. The furniture was afraid of what misconduct it might have shown.
そなたは家具の分際でわらわに自らボタンを外させるつもりなのか。立て。そしてこのボタンを外せ。一つずつ早く美しく。
Stand and undo the buttons one by one.
粗相なく客人たちを待たせてしまうぞ。早くわらわを着替えさせろ。丁寧に外すのだぞ。そなたの目玉一つよりも高価なボタンであるぞ。間違ってちぎるようなことがあったなら代わりにそなたの目玉を縫い付けてやる。
Oh, we're in this room again. The entrance hall was bustling with a crowd of shadowy people. And it sparkled gold with gold butterflies flying about. The gentlemen in suits and tuxedos and the ladies in dresses looks like they were having a great number of friendly chats. At a glance, it might have looked like a fabulous medieval ball, but they all had one thing in common, and that thing was exceedingly bizarre. Okay, it's gonna be like all of them are, what do you call that? No, not furniture, like the goats, right? They're not human. Because all of them had goat heads, yes. Was it a goat mask masquerade or did they really have goat heads? It probably couldn't be the latter, but in this bizarre world, I really didn't know which was true. Kinzo was among those goat nobles greeting them. Kinzo's greetings were more respectful than would have been expected, as though they were all honored guests. At the time, Genji's voice rang through the hall. It was a voice calling for silence. That voice stopped the idle chatter and turned to face Genji.
今宵復活を遂げましたる我らが黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ卿のご入場でございます。皆様拍手をもってどうかお迎えください。
When Genji began to applaud, it quickly spread through the guests and became a roaring ovation. Then the Golden Witch appeared from the top of the large staircase. This is so weird. What is happening? As she gracefully waved her hand, followed by a piece of furniture she was fond of, she slowly descended the staircase. So yeah, that piece of furniture is Butler, right? The goat noble offered unanimous words of celebration in some long-forgotten language, and those who were deeply intimate embraced, filled with a joy at their reunion. As the witch offered greetings of reunion, the witch's furniture followed behind her the whole time. There was a chain around its neck. Oh my god. The other end was gripped in the witch's hand like it was a trained dog. So basically what Beatrice is doing, she utterly destroyed Butler. She completely won, right? And now she is humiliating him like this. It wasn't there to restrain him. Those chains were a restraining device whose only purpose was to wound the furniture's dignity. Yes, she's humiliating him. He wasn't permitted to wear anything else on his body, and he's also naked now. God damn. One of the young women goats mixed in with the goat nobles. Oh, it's her. Quietly removed her goat mask as the furniture passed in front of her, and she spoke with eyes that had no light in them. The face seemed to belong to a long-haired young girl, Berncastle. Oh my god, look at Butler here, man. Ah, so sad.
Oh, ベルンカステル卿。
Look at the goats though, massive.
これはようこそおいでよ。
Why is she here though, by the way? Yeah, why is Berncastle here?
わらわの家具を気に入られたか？いい趣味ね。
After saying only that, the witch called Berncastle once again put on her goat mask and was swallowed up the shadows of the other tall goats. Wait, that's not Beatrice. Who's that?
違いないな。
The young woman goats giggled and the witch once again let out a high-pitched laugh.
今宵はわらわのためによく集まってくれた。久々に古今東西の旧友たちが集う魔女の宴を存分に楽しもうではないか。さあ、今宵を食い明かし、飲み明かし、すすり明かし、食いちぎり明かしてとことん楽しもうではないか。時計を見よ。終わりの時間と始まりの時間が溶け合う時を指すぞ。さあ、魔女の宴を始めよう。
When the witch announced the beginning of the banquet, the large clock pointed at 12 and the sound of the bell began to ring out. It's 2400 hours.
さあ、今こそ黄金の扉を開こうぞ。
What is happening? All at once a butterfly's leaf in a gold flew all around the inside of the room. Amidst a golden storm and the brilliant gold-colored light, the barrier between this world and another was cut open. Surrounded by the goats, delighted voices, the mansion of the human world and the mansion of the not-human overlapped. And the members of the household who praised the resurrection of the Golden Witch scattered into golden butterflies and poured out of the depths of hell. It was a golden tornado, a rondo of golden demons. Come tonight, we will put aside rank, throw open the wine cellar, drop the snake's head into the liquor pot, throw cows and chickens into the furnace alive, drink and eat and sing and dance, sneer and kill and desecrate and degrade.
Beatrice! 今こそ私を黄金鏡へ！黄金鏡へ！おお！
My god. The goat nobles were suddenly crushing in around Kinzo, almost like they were kids demanding the signature of some famous movie star. There were only two differences though. First, these were witches, not kids. And second, what these witches demanded was not a signature. The sea of goat nobles began to drown Kinzo. They're taking him away. Only Kinzo's laughing voice echoed throughout the area. It was a grand mixture of laughter and his death throes, and Kinzo became wine and meat and bread. An aroma if slurped, a rich taste if gnawed, and pleasant to tear to bits. So basically they ate him, they killed him. The sound of his death throes lingered on sweetly, and if adorned with melted chocolate and golden argent, it would make a wonderful dessert. If you took the bones home, you could also use them in soup. And the remains could even become toys for children to play with. And they could also become splendid tools for fortune telling that always brought misfortune. The entire scene was watched by the furniture. It was all fantastical. It was all demonic. Was a quaking of its supposedly paralyzed heart proof that it could still feel fear? At that time, its knees buckled and the furniture's body fell down in the middle of the carpet. After all, the witch had kicked those knees from behind.
ひざまずき敬意を示せ。額を絨毯にこすりつけて己神の卑しさを示せ。両手を後ろで組み血肉のすべてをわらわに捧げることを誓え。
The furniture let out a painful voice. The fear is the most basic emotions humans have. Was that emotion reviving his sense of self, which should already have been slain?
まだまだわらわの家具にはふさわしくないか。よい。じっくりそなたを。わらわ好みの。そしてわらわにのみふさわしい家具に仕上げてやる。今のそなたにできるのはせいぜい客人の方々を楽しませることくらいか。
The goat nobles were surrounding the crouching furniture. It seemed their blazing blood-red eyes couldn't hide their ecstasy at this new young food they'd been given. Is it also butler? Yeah, butler. And from the ugly teeth that stuck out countless mouths, saliva or maybe the traces of meat and wine that they had just eaten dribbled down. As the furniture let out a wild scream, it retreated, still sitting on its backside. But the circle of goats nobles was closing in. Then the furniture looked at the witch's face. It had surrendered to the witch, so believing that the witch would show some compassion, it stared at her face in the end. But there was nothing but scorn on the witch's face, and she wasn't even facing the furniture anymore. The witch went off to greet an honored guest with whom she had to cross gazes. The goat nobles looked down upon the furniture. Actually, they had been waiting. Just like how one must remove the cork in order to drink champagne. They had to wait for one thing before partaking of the offering served at this banquet. Of course, the furniture didn't know about this thing, but it came out of his mouth all by itself. Just like the unavoidable pop of a cork, it inevitably came out of his mouth. It was a scream. It was a sign that marked the beginning of the modest banquet at which he was to be served. Dude, that scene was insane. Butler screaming like that. My god, by now the garden was one of both roses and gold. A gold-colored garden where gold butterflies, gold fairies, and gold lizards rampage and flew about wildly.
マリア、早く走って、早く早く早く早く。
Rosa grasped her gun and the blanket wrapped around the ingot and ran at speed where Maria couldn't match, sometimes pausing to call out at Maria to run faster. So she saw it every time. She saw the golden pursuers chasing them from the mansion. The mass of gold butterflies was chasing after them like a massive crawling hand. And the strange looking shadows with gold heads were chasing after them. There was no need for her to strain her eyes, because those blazing pupils told her what would happen if she was captured. Maria fell down. For just an instant, Rosa was ashamed by the thoughts of abandoning her daughter and running away, and in an instant her feet touched the ground as she ran back. Oh no, it's a goat! The goat head that had sprinted over to get the first bite, grabbed the hold of the back of Rosa's own child's hair and pulled. Rosa rammed into the goat's head with her shoulder, spun and bashed the back of her elbow into the goat's jaw and buried her knee into its protruding chest. And she thrust the barrel of the gun inside the goat's head's mouth as it doubled over from the pain in its gut.
私の目の前でマリアに指一本触れてみろ。
Shoot him!
元来た地獄が生ぬるかったことを教えてやるよ。
The blast from the Winchester's .45 caliber long Colt bullet exploded inside the goat's head's throat, and its medulla oblongata was instantly pulverized. The goat's head hadn't understood. It had thought women were like pre-opened wine bottles. It had thought that turning them upside down would immediately make their deep red contents come out. Maria, who had been released, hugged Rosa. Oh no, more of them, but the pursuers were still coming. They could see the giant goats' heads, who had given up pretending to be human, running towards them from across the rose bushes. Rosa spilled several extra bullets which had been in the pocket of her coat all over the place and told Maria to pick them up.
ママがもし倒れたら、あなたは走りなさい。海岸へ行くの。そして泳いで泳いで泳ぎなさい。この島のどこにも生き延びることのできる場所はない。やだ。ママと一緒。
Rosa's gun roared 4 times, but even though 4 shots really did hit the massive approaching goats in the chest, they didn't even flinch. The goats ran with a violent vigor as though they planned to crush Rosa and Maria with those massive bodies.
弾を入れて。早く。
Rosa grabs the blanket with the ingot in both hands, and she herself sprinted, pulling it along. So she's gonna smack them with this 10-kilogram ingot, right? While Maria reloads the gun without even an ounce of fear of those strange-looking giants. If it's to protect my daughter, I'll overcome even hell.
見せてやるよ。黄金の夢ってやつを。
Rosa roared. The goat's heads roared. The terribly heavy ingot, after picking up a fearsome centrifugal force and speed, slammed into the head of the goat head. Rosa pulled a fountain pen from her pocket, but she held it crooked. She placed it in her palm, in the gap between her middle finger and her ring finger, so that it stuck out when she made a fist, almost like a stinger was growing out of it. The stinger sliced into the left eye of the goat as it fell over. Was the goat head's roar a scream? But Rosa's roar was different. She pulled back her fist and slammed into the fountain pen that was still sticking into the goat's head. The pointed tip was gouged into the deep depths of its head. As I grabbed the gun Maria had thrown, I finally heard the thunderous crash of the giant tumbling to earth. However, at the same time, I saw the goat head pursuers on the other side of the rose bushes increase in number. I've gained enough distance for now. I held onto the blanket, wrapped around the ingot and the gun, and once again ran with Maria. Why am I running with a gun in my right hand and gold in my left? Why don't I let go of one hand and grasp Maria's hand? True, just drop the gold, right? I can't let go of the gun that protects my body. I can't let go of the gold that protects my future. You don't have a future if you die right now. But even so, I've let go of the hand of my daughter, the one who is my future. Run! She got out of the rose garden and began to run down a staircase through a grove of trees. But Rosa knew. This path through the grove turned and twisted many times and only seemed to be long. She tore straight through it. She had played here often since her childhood years, so she knew. To the beach, to the sea. And after reaching to the sea, nothing to do but swim, and even if Maria can swim, I'll carry her as I swim. There's nothing but death on this island. They got caught. No, as she races down the stairs, she took a bad step. A violent pain ran up her left ankle and her mind went completely blank. Rosa fell down several stairs, shocked by her ankle, which was bent at an odd angle. Oh no, she broke it. Oh my god, they're done. And the blanket with the ingot wasn't there. She had let go of it in an instant she fell, and it had disappeared somewhere into the darkness. Only the gun was left. Tremors in the earth were getting closer. It was only a matter of time before the goats' heads flooded in. She didn't want to imagine how many there would be, or how strange they would look. The lightly dancing gold pursuers arrived. The gold butterflies surrounded by Rosa and Maria, waving and clamoring as though saying, "The prize is here, the prize is here." Rosa couldn't even try to get up. The violent pain from her broken ankle was so great that she couldn't ignore it even in her last moments. What am I doing? I had the gold, which would have been worth several million yen. You're thinking about a gold right now? Really? I might have been able to start over with that. And yet I fell, I lost it, and now my own life is in danger and Maria's too. What has my life been? I was born into an incomprehensible family with an irritating older sibling since the day I was born. What did I do? No matter what I did or didn't do, I was always in trouble and bullied and made fun of. What has my life been? The roar inside Rosa's heart shriveled away and disappeared. It disappeared when she heard Maria's crying voice as she sobbed and clung to Rosa.
マリア、ママはちょっと用事を思い出したの。先に行っててちょうだい。
ママと一緒がいい。ママが死んじゃ嫌だ。
マリアはこんな悪いママでもママと一緒がいいと言ってくれるの。
ママと一緒がいい。ママと一緒がいい。
あなたのことを一番にしているように見せて、いつもあなたのことを後回しにしてきた。運動会に行った、授業参観に行った。でもいつもママは世間体のことばかりで、あなたが瞳にいなかった。こんなママとでもあなたは一緒にいたいというの。こんな悪いママなのに。
ねえママ、知ってる？世界にママは一人しかいないんだよ。いいママも悪いママもいない。ただママが一人いるだけなの。だからマリアは世界でたった一人ママがいてくれればいい。そしてママにとってたった一人のマリアになりたいの。機嫌が良くて甘やかしたいマリアと、邪魔だからいてほしくないマリアは別人じゃないの。マリアもたった一人のマリアなの。だから怖いママも優しいママも一緒。マリアにはたった一人のママなの。
私はなんてバカだったの。黄金なんかいらなかった。ただあなただけの手を引いていればよかった。私はなんてバカなママだったの。
The shadows of the goats covered the sky even more thoroughly than the trees of the forest. Their roars blotted out the world with fear. Rosa still hugging Maria, readied her gun with one hand.
マリア、一緒に行こう。ずっと一緒よ。ママが迷わないようにずっと一緒に。
すぐに会えるよ。ずっと一緒だよ。黄金鏡で会えるよ。そしたら一緒に遊ぶの。狼と羊のパズルで遊ぶの。ママはまだ1問しか解いてないけど、マリアは全部解いちゃったんだよ。だからマリアが出題してあげる。
She had bought it as a birthday present and then hadn't played with Maria after that first night.
遊ぼうね、一緒に。約束する。
Those eyes, sparkling like red-hot lava, looked like a group of fireflies. They danced, closed in, and attacked.
マリアが込めてくれた銃弾を食らいたいやつから前へ出ろよ。
That was badass though, honestly. Yeah. That sequence there with Rosa and Maria. That was really good. Is it actually over now? Or I mean, we did see a credit scene earlier. Oh, it actually over. We're getting trophies now. Look at this. New elements. Okay. New elements may be accessed from the title screen. Wait. What? What new elements? Tea party. I mean, we got tea party. We'll do that next time or next episode. Picture box? So how do you unlock these other ones though? Am I missing the other? I mean, we don't really have any choices in this game. So you can't really miss anything here, right? Also, I guess maybe it's just like that, I guess. Secret. How about the characters here? Wait, we cannot check the characters for the other ones? For the episode? Episode 1 only? Okay, oh, it's okay. We can check it like this so we can talk about them, right? So yeah, about this episode. Episode 2 of Umineko When They Cry. I mean it's pretty similar, of course, to the first one. Especially the first half of it, yeah. Pretty similar, just I guess some little different POVs in this time, right? But yeah, we saw more backstory for George right here, Shannon right here, how they dated and stuff there, right? It was nice seeing that. And then for Beatrice as well, her appearing to Shannon. Like honestly though, yeah, when I first saw that, I was like, oh, Beatrice, especially when she was with Shannon in the beach, right? When Shannon gave her some sweets from Okinawa. That was pretty good. It made her feel human there, right? That was a nice scene. But then afterwards, later, she was mocking everyone again, right? She was mocking Kanon as well, right? And then for the other characters, I guess, let's say for Kraus, not that much, right? Not really that much this episode. Natsuhi as well. Sure, they had scenes just a little bit. Ava Hideyoshi. Ava had scenes there in the beginning with Shannon, right? Telling her to know your place, right? Very, very harsh. That really hurt. Alright, but yeah, for episode 2, it is confusing. It was wild. It was intense. Confusing because yeah, there's a lot of magic. Suddenly, right? Like how? Like what? What was that, right? I mean, the stakes have I guess we got the demons, right? And then the goat heads. Kanon using a magic sword. Shannon using a magic shield. It's not just magic in this game, right? Magic. But yeah, they did say that do not believe everything you see on Rokkenjima Island. So I always try to remember that. Sure, we see some magic and stuff, right? But I think the most important things we need to remember, I guess, in episodes are, I guess, yeah, the minor stuff, right? When Beatrice was saying that how men, they only like the women because of their bodies and stuff like that, right? That is like one point that you need to remember, right? I think that is like one of the most important things. So maybe we get a little of how this Beatrice is, this mysterious Beatrice. Like maybe what happened to her and stuff, right? And then we also saw with Kinzo just last episode, right? How as he was saying sorry and stuff like that. I apologize, maybe. What do you call this? I wish I didn't do that. Sorry for the I couldn't say the exact words because yeah, with all the things that's been happening, and yeah, me also playing maybe some other games as well. it can get confusing with the words. So sorry if I cannot say it fully. But yeah, honestly, I should have write that. Maybe it's starting episode 3. Whenever we get like red text from Beatrice, right? I think I should write it down, all that stuff. So I would remember, right? And yes, other Butler, other Beatrice, nice addition, I guess. But it adds not confusion technically, right? But whenever, yeah, we have this new rule in this that we got in episode 2, the red rule, right? Whenever she talks in red, that is the truth no matter what, right? That is the undeniable truth, right? And yeah, because sometimes when the scene with, what scene was that? Was it after Jessica's body? I think it was after Jessica's body, right? Yeah, when we were in Jessica's room, other Butler and other Beatrice were talking, right, with all those red words. Yeah, they were saying that this is not possible, this is not possible, this is locked, that is locked, right? And then on the next time that we did the other one, when they went to when Rosa and Butler was speaking, or with George, I think, right? Rosa was talking about like the hidden doors, but yeah, Beatrice already said that there is no hidden doors in here, right? So it just made, I guess, a speculation of Rosa there unnecessary, in a sense, right? I mean, to us, right? To us, because yeah, we know what Beatrice said. She said that there can now be or not be any hidden doors, hidden shelves, nothing like that, right? But yeah, the next thing that we see is Rosa talking about that, right? So it was basically like, yeah, for us we know that cannot be anymore. But of course for them, they're speculating, right? It just I don't know the word, but yeah, it's like we know already the answer to that, to what Rosa is saying is what I'm talking about. Yes. Like Beatrice said, it is not possible. That's it, right? And it's very, very hard to speculate now because of the new red rule that we got, right? Whenever you speculate something, she would counter it, and then now you need to speculate again. And now you need to, and then after you say something another time, she would counter it and say it's not possible, right? So it's, yeah, very, very hard to spec. It's useful and it's good. It's useful and it's annoying at the same time. Not good. Yeah, useful and annoying at the same time. Because whenever you speculate and then Beatrice counters it, she says that, oh, this door is locked. This door can only be opened by this key, right? The windows are closed from, like, she said that, maybe the culprit could go outside the window, but the window is closed from the inside, right? So yeah, it's not possible to go outside the window now because if someone went out the window, the culprit couldn't close it anymore, right? So yeah, you remove that speculation now. So it's very, very hard. So I guess I can see why Butler here pretty much gave up, right? No matter what he said, no matter what arguments he did, he will always lose, right? He always lost. For the magic for this episode, I mean, I guess it's an okay touch, I suppose, right? It's just different. Did not expect that, like a literal them doing magic like that, right? I guess you can see how different this is from Higurashi. From Higurashi, it's pretty straightforward mystery, right? All in all mystery, right? When you see like episode 2 of Higurashi, when you compare to this one, right? The whole episode 2 of Higurashi, you've been speculating that what is happening to Shion, to Mion, right? Where are they? People missing, right? It was just fully a mystery, all in all, right? And up until the ending of that second episode. While here, yes, you're speculating. You see the people dying, speculating how it happened, but then you have the red rules, right? It's a lot. I mean, in Umineko, you are having a lot in this game. It's not simple. It's not just straightforward mystery. They already show you the bodies and now they add magic and stuff, right? Like when we saw that, dude, I don't know what to think anymore, right? I don't know. And here, yeah, the last episode we got, this one. Not last episode for this one, as we still have the tea parties. But this last part that we saw, Butler utterly defeated, right? He lost. You saw the picture earlier, right? He was naked with a chain on his neck, right? So Beatrice really humiliated him. So I can't wait to see what happens with the tea parties here. Who is gonna be in the tea parties as well, right? That's gonna be nice to see. But yeah, Butler got humiliated there. But yeah, they didn't really show us the answers, I guess, right? He was gonna ask, they were gonna answer, and then they cut the credits, right? Annoying, annoying, annoying. And for our friend here, Rosa, I guess our Rosa is the main one. Yeah, at least Butler, Rosa becomes the main character as well in this game. The bigger characters in this game. I guess in the beginning was George and Shannon, but by the end it was slowly moving away from them, right? Yeah, it was slowly going to Rosa, Maria, and Butler, and of course Beatrice, right? So yeah, for Rosa, this whole game, I mean, she's not a, yeah, I mean, she has issues, yes, right? Up until the end, then she realized that, right, like, even when they were running earlier, right, she was still holding the gold bar instead of the hand of her daughter, right? But I like how Maria talked like that at the end there. There's no bad or good mom. What did she say? Something like that, right? Something like that. It was a nice scene there. But yeah, for Maria, I felt in this episode, right? She felt much more like a child in this episode, really, compared to episode 1, when she was like, you think she's possessed, right? But for this episode, she really felt like she was a child here. You could see that, okay, this is Maria, she's a child, right? Sure, she would talk in different ways sometimes, but yeah, she's much more of a child in this one. I like how, yeah, she's, even though her mom does that to her, yeah, right, when she gets angry, she would still side with her mom. And when Butler and her mom were arguing, right, you can see that the child Maria there, right? She was not laughing, right? She was actually crying when both of them, Butler and Maria, were crying, right? Last episode, yeah, she was crying there and telling them to stop, basically, to stop, right? So for Jessica Cannon, I wish that we got for Cannon, he was gonna say his name, right? But then it cut off, he died, right? So I guess we're gonna learn that next time, right? But I like how protected Jessica here. So we got a new couple. I mean, in episode 1 already, there was already that kind of look that Jessica was doing, right? And yeah, even as Canon died in episode 1 as well, right? Jessica was like, yeah, she cared for him. But in this episode, it was much more, right? So that was nice. They had a nice scene, I guess, until their demise there, right? So it was good. Just like George and Shannon there. Their scene was nice until the end. So we go to the servants here. Genji, Soul Survivor, right? Goda, man. Big respect for Goda in this episode. It's not like I hated him. No, I didn't hate him. I just didn't like him in the first episode because how he treated Kanan and Shannon, because yeah, they were much younger than him and they were much higher rank, right? And yeah, Kanan and Shannon had the mark of the eagle, the golden eagle, right? Where's Shannon here? And yeah, he hasn't, yeah, because yeah, he's pretty new, right? But yeah, this episode, he's really good. He protected the family, helped them, right? Until the very end. I did not expect that. I thought he would, yeah, as I kept saying when we were reading through this whole episode, that I thought Goda would be like he would run away. He would get angry with them. He would not be respectful anymore, but it was the opposite what happened, right? Until then, he was very, very respectful with them. Like, he was still grateful to be serving them, right? Even with all these things that have been happening. Sure, he was scared. I mean, yeah, he was scared. You could see that, right? But he still was on their side no matter what, right? So, big plus for Goda here. Changed my perspective of his character. Just remove the part where how he treats Shannon and Cannon when it's normal days, right? But when it's time for the real deal stuff, you can trust on him, right? And then Kumasawa here, suddenly just showing up, right? After the first Twilight, she's always not there. For her, I think she's the most mysterious of the servants here, right? At least right now, we don't really know a lot about her. With that smirk, sometimes she's laughing, and yeah, I need to know more about Kumasawa. Hopefully next episode we get that, right? Nanjo being Nanjo, pretty same, right? From the first episode. Same role, I guess, not really that big. It is the same. Who else haven't I talked to? Genji. I mean, Genji always like a robot, but helpful, right? But yeah, he was alive here until the end, right? So for the other people here, Rudolph, Kyrie, these guys didn't really have a lot of screen time this time, right? Compared to the first one. So hopefully in episode number 3, which one do I like to have more screen time? I'll say, at least for the Oshiramiya family, I'll say Rudolph, Kyrie, Ava? Maybe Ava? But yeah, the most is Kyrie and Rudolph, I think, for me. I wish I would have episode 3, I wish. And I wish episode 3 would be a little bit different, right? Especially in the beginning, because you know, when we start episode 1, sure it's different. Episode 1 and 2, sure it's they're different a little bit, right? But it had the same feel. So I hope episode 3 would start maybe a little bit different than that, right? Maybe a little bit. Maybe we could get some more flashbacks or something like that, right? Want to know more of these peoples, but we'll see. We'll see what happens then, right? But yeah, it's been fun. Episode 2 has been fun. I mean, we'll still check the tea parties, right? But it has been fun, chaotic, hard to believe. This episode, it's insane. Yeah, it's just insane. If you remove the magic, it might feel like episode 1 still, right? If you remove all of the magic, but it's okay. It's okay, I guess. Magic is, I mean, I guess it's a nice addition, I guess, right? I mean, from here on out, it's just gonna be chaotic, right? Yeah, we just saw some of it right now, but I think in the other episodes, it's gonna be much, much more, right? So we will better prepare for that, right? And the other stakes of Beatrice, they didn't show themselves as well, right? We only saw a couple of the demons, right? Not everyone. But yeah, it was all girls, so it's probably gonna be all girls, right? And Beatrice herself, I want to know more of this person. The mystery of her. I want to know, yes, how this person lived, her backstory, all of that stuff, man. But yeah, I hope we get more in the 3rd episode, right, when we do it. But yeah, I'll stop talking now because we still have the tea parties for tea party, I mean, in the next one. And then I guess, yeah, we'll get another one of the one with Beatrice and Burn Castle again. Probably get that again, right? So we'll do that next episode. So yeah, we're gonna continue this and do more of Umineko When They Cry, episode 2 in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.